Hello. I wanted to talk to y'all about the NAR settlement that was recently done. There's lots of conversations out there about what is this going to mean for the real estate industry. And really, do you need a buyer's agent is the question that comes through this, because that settlement pretends like it's cutting the buyer's agent out of the transaction. And that's not how it's going to all work out. But I think it does bring up the question, do you need a buyer's agent? And so I thought we ought to talk about that, because I have 14 rental properties and I have been in the financing industry since 2001. And every time I buy a property, I absolutely want buyer representation, even with all the things that I know about the industry. So I would always recommend that you have buyer representation. And not just that you have a buyer's agent, but that you have a really good buyer's agent. You want someone who is out there doing lots of transactions, so they have their pulse on the market. What is it going to take to get the house you want under contract? The thing we all need to realize is we don't have a lot of inventory. And so in order to get the house you want under contract, you have to have somebody super badass in your corner helping you figure it out. So what do you need with a buyer's agent? What does a buyer agent do for you? It's expert guidance in everything that you touch, whether that is helping you figure out how to work through the process, how to help you make an offer that's going to win against 20 other offers on your contract, helping the selling agent feel comfortable that they're working with a professional on the other side. And that encourages the agent to accept your contract as well, because they know that if you've got professional people on both sides of the transaction, it's much more likely to be a smooth transaction overall. There can be 100 different things that can happen on any given transaction. There's lots of little details. You want somebody crossing the T's and dotting the I's and making sure that if something goes wrong, that we have swift answers. We often say that loan officers and real estate agents are problem solvers, even more than they are anything else. Stuff happens. I can tell you, I've probably done 1,000 transactions and there's never been one that didn't have some sort of wrinkle in it. You need the right people on your team to help you get out of those situations. You're buying the largest, most expensive thing you'll ever buy in your life. Is it good at that point to have somebody on your team making sure that you make the right choices? It can be super expensive to make bad choices. One thing is that if you have a buyer's agent, your buyer's agent has a fiduciary responsibility to represent you and to take care of you. Do you want the person writing the contract to be the selling agent? Because the selling agent's fiduciary responsibility is to the seller. This is a big deal. I think it's super important that you be represented. One thing too is that real estate agents tend to network together. And so oftentimes they'll know of houses that are coming to the market that aren't even on the market yet. Working with a real estate agent can often give you access to inventory that's not open to the broader market. And sometimes that's the way to get the house you want under contract, instead of being in a market where you're going to have 40 offers. Maybe that the seller doesn't want to have 40 people look at their house. They want to sell the house and be done with it quickly. Well, in that case, they're going to just float the house out into the market to other real estate agents instead of marketing it in the broader MLS system. So that's just another reason why buyer's agent can be of benefit to you. And then there's negotiation power. You want an agent who does this a lot, who knows what is good and what is not, who's going to tell you that inspection item isn't a big deal, or is going to say, oh, this is a showstopper. We are not buying this house with this foundation issue or whatever. It is super hard to make those decisions on your own. It's very, very emotional to buy a house. So have a buyer's agent. Let us know if you need a recommendation. We have great people to recommend.